Our big question for today's lesson is, can I express my emotions in different ways? So on this PowerPoint, you'll find 5 different activities which link with the theme of expressing yourself. This is a theme that we are following to celebrate Children's Mental Health Week. So these activities will help you to understand the different ways we can express ourselves and promote the importance of mental health. Don't forget to send me some photos of your fantastic work, as I would really, really love to see what you produce from these activities. Okay, so your first activity to celebrate Children's Mental Health Week and the theme of expressing yourself. To complete this one, you need to ask your family members if they will help you. Please don't push them to do it right now, as your adults could be busy. Wait until a time where everybody has got some time to complete this. So don't worry if you don't get it done today. So I'd like you to take it in turns to go around the room and share one thing you like, one thing you dislike, and one thing about yourself. So if I was to share something with you, one thing I like is poppadoms. One thing I dislike is cheese sauce. And one thing about myself, I used to be a gymnast. So make sure that when you and your family members are sharing those things you like, dislike, and a fact about yourself, you're listening to each other and showing respect when others are sharing. You're then going to go around the room again, but this time you're going to share 3 things that you would want with you if you ended up being stuck on an island for a week. So again, make sure that you're being respectful and listening to others when they are talking. So your second activity for today is art themed. So we're going to be thinking about our feelings and what we think they would look like if we were to draw them. Now, some of you might have seen the film Inside Out, which focuses on the different feelings and it represents them as characters. You might want to use this in your work today. So you're going to get a piece of paper and you can split it into 2, 4 or 6 groups. It's up to you how many groups are on your piece of paper. Each of those groups is going to represent a different emotion. And I'd like you to pick emotions that you experience the most. So you don't necessarily have to feel these emotions every single day, but they're the ones that you feel the majority of the time. So you might only feel them once a week, but it could be every week. Some examples of emotions could be happiness, worry, excitement. Remember when we looked at worrying during our first week? It's normal to worry. Everybody has worries that they deal with. So if it was me, I'd draw 4 groups. One would represent happiness. That's definitely something that I feel every day. Another, excitement. Another one, I'd have worry in there because, like I said, everybody has their worries, even adults, not just children. And another for fear, because I think everybody has things that they fear. I know I've told you all so many times, I am scared of the dark. That is one of my fears, and that's something that I face every day. So it's up to you how many groups you'd like and which emotion is going to represent each group. So continuing from that, we're going to draw what those feelings look like to you. Now, there's no right or wrong answer for this activity. So you might decide to draw the situation that makes you feel that particular emotion. So if I was representing fear, I might draw the dark. I might just colour the box in black or a dark brown colour to represent darkness. You might want to draw different patterns. You might want to think about creating a character like the film Inside Out to represent each of those emotions. You might decide to use different colours based on the emotion that you're representing. So maybe if it's a negative emotion, like fear, or sometimes we might see worry as a negative emotion, we might decide to use darker colours such as black, brown, grey, a darker red and maroon colour to represent, whereas you might, when you're thinking more about your positive emotion, so joy, hope, excitement, you might use brighter colours to represent those feelings. So the only things that you're going to need to complete this activity are a piece of paper and some different coloured pens. Okay, so moving on to look at activity 3, we're now going to think about how music can help us to express ourselves. So to begin with, I want you to have a think about your favourite songs and artists. You might want to make a list of who they are so you can refer to them when you're completing this activity. It's completely up to you. Pause the video now if you'd like to do that. So what you're going to do for me today is you're going to create a poster expressing how music can make us feel. Again, whatever you want to put on your poster, it is completely up to you. You might want to draw images to represent your favourite songs and artists. You might want to write down lyrics to your favourite song that help you to express yourself. Please make sure these lyrics are clean though. I know I can trust you to do that. Just had to get that in there. Or if you want to draw an image of yourself listening to music showing how it makes you feel, that would also be fine. Or if you've got another idea of how to represent it, that's also fine. Like I said, it is completely up to you what you want to include on that poster. So activity 4, we're going to think about how exercise can help us express ourselves and support our mental health. Now, we've spoken about this lots in school before, about the importance of exercise and exercise daily as well. This doesn't mean that you have to go for a run for an hour every single day. Going for a little walk, going up and down the stairs even counts as your exercise, playing a bit of football in the back garden, having a break, all of those different things count as our daily exercise. Exercise doesn't just support our physical health, but our mental health also. So I want you to have a little think about your favourite physical activity. So this could be walking, running, dancing, completing a circuit, playing with a pet, playing football in the garden, going for a bike ride, or anything else that you can think of. And I'd now like you to spend between 20 minutes and half an hour, you can spend longer on this if you want to, completing your favourite physical exercise. But before you begin, I want you to write down how you're feeling at this moment in time. So tell me that emotion. You might want to rate how happy you're feeling out of 10, or how worried you're feeling out of 10, or how excited you're feeling out of 10. Whichever emotion you are feeling right now, I want you to have a go at rating it out of 10. Then when you've completed that physical exercise, go back to what you originally wrote. Has the emotion changed? Has the scale changed? So if you were unhappy, a 4 out of 10, and you're now an 8 out of 10. If you were feeling a little bit worried and apprehensive at first, has that worry changed to excitement, or has your worry reduced? So have a little think about the difference in your mood once you've completed your physical exercise. And your final activity to celebrate Children's Mental Health Week is to have a bit of a reflection on what you've learned about yourself from the activities that you've completed. It might be that you've learned how important music is to you. It might be that you have learned how physical exercise can help change and develop your mood. It might be that you want to spend more time actually reflecting on how you feel. It might be that you don't necessarily have a particular way that you enjoy expressing yourself. It might be that you want to try different things. There's no right or wrong answer. It's about you and what you've learned from today's activities. Now, on the topic blog, you'll find that each day has got a subheading called Mental Health Break. Now, what these are for is to help you to get away from your screens for a little bit, because I know we're looking at them for a long time during this home learning period, and just to have some time for yourself, some time to support your mental health and just have a little bit of a break from everyday life. So there are lots of different activities for each mental health break. You can pick one of them, you can pick 3 of them. It does say for an hour. Please don't think that you have to do it for that long. It is up to you how long you spend on that activity. Ideally, I'll be doing it for at least 15 minutes. But if you pick one and then you change your mind and you want to do something different, that's fine. If you want to do more than one activity, that is also fine. Or if there's not anything on there that takes your fancy, but there was something from yesterday's that you want to do, that's fine. Or if you think of your own. You don't have to follow it religiously. But this week, I'd like you, and each day, just to take one of those mental health breaks and do something that you enjoy. Do something new, do something different, push yourself out of your comfort zone, challenge yourself. And then at the end of the week, I just want you to have a little think. Did you enjoy taking those mental health breaks? Did it help you to focus on your work more? Do you think they made a difference? If the answer is yes, then it might be worth implementing those into your weekly routines. So when you've had a go at those mental health breaks, just have a little reflection at the end of the week. Do you think they helped you? Let me know. You can find my email address on the Year 6 class page.